It is Friday, September 6th. I have to look down the calendar to make sure what day it is. 2024, 78 degrees Fahrenheit here in the San Gabriels. And do I have good news for you? Red Lobster is coming out of bankruptcy. Would you believe that? After paying off some of their debt, getting rid of a number of stores, and have the new creditors, the court system is going to, I guess, go through the proceedings. And what stores that are left, 500 something stores, they're coming out of bankruptcy. So I can't wait to see will they still be around. Probably just as strong with just those few stores. We'll see if they can maintain their integrity of strength with those few stores across the United States. And another good news too, I guess, for some of us is Rite Aid is coming out of bankruptcy also. So both these places have been in bankruptcy since last year, 2023, I believe October, in that fourth quarter period of the year. They're going through the court system. They paid all their debts, most of their debts. It seems like after getting rid of all those stores, they still have a number of stores around. They now are a private company. That's what they said. They're a private company. And Thrifty Ice Cream is saved. But you know what? Thrifty Ice Cream was already sold to Albertson, and I didn't even know that. That's why you don't see ice cream parlors, I guess, with Thrifty Ice Cream anymore in those stores, Rite Aid stores. So the ice cream is still around, Thrifty. But is that good news or bad news to you? Does it really mean anything? Getting out of bankruptcy could mean a lot to a lot of people. By the way, I'm drinking my apple crisp oatmeal shaken espresso. And also, I decided to get a couple of egg bites. This time I used half my points and half for the other. Half and half. Egg bites come in these little containers. This is the pepper one. Well, my breakfast is simple. So what does bankruptcy do for a lot of people? I guess it's a matter of what pharmacy, what drugstore you want to go to. You don't have to scramble to go to all the other drugstores or markets or wherever where you have your prescription. Because all of them are going through the same problem, losing stores. Don't matter if it's CVS, Save On Drugs, remember that? Osco Drugs, Walgreens now. So I suppose Chapter 11 is what Chapter 11 does. Protect all the interests, manage the debt, paying it back, Make sure all your creditors and your bankruptcies, I said bankruptcies already, lawsuits are getting paid. That's what I meant to say. So now we can rest assured for just a little bit. The bankruptcies are over, or they're coming to a conclusion. They won't be quite the same still. But then again, we just do business with these people and just see what happens. There are some Starbucks employees. I think they're ex-Starbucks employees that are upset with the company, saying that when they first started off, basically coffee and a few items for sale, they had, I guess, the benefits of going to school, using some of the programs that they have. And they're becoming more of a fast food franchise because they're making all these sandwiches. And they have less people now working for them. And so the conditions is not really that great anymore. They have become a business where I guess you can say they have basically enough employees that they can do the work, but now they become some soulless entity that just sells sandwiches and not really care about what anybody else does. They don't have the same quality meaning in their lives as the place that sells coffee. But then again, when you look at places like Winchell's that's been around for a long time, they basically sold coffee and donuts, but now they sell a lot of sandwiches. They sell all types of stuff. They're going through their changes, but they've been around for a long time. They're not as big as Starbucks anymore. Starbucks is taking over a lot of places. And there are other coffee companies that, just at least one or two that I've been to, they just sell desserts. But yeah, if Starbucks is making that kind of jump where there's more pressure on employees, less people working, the benefits that they had, like going to school, is not readily available to them because of the number of people that they have there and the type of business that they're expanding. Like, I know what I'm talking about here. But I'm basically saying the same thing. But the word that got me was soulless, because now they have to work their butt off as a fast food franchise and just basically a coffee shop with less foods than they really have. That's basically what I see it as. There are coffee places that are thriving. But who knows what happens if Starbucks become any different than what they are now, becoming a more of a bigger franchise, not just selling coffee and sandwiches. Will they have a restaurant? That's my saying. Will they have a restaurant? Maybe they do. But if they become so big that now they become a soulless entity toward its patrons, and that's something that we have to look into. This is Robert Deschamps speaking his mind in his own little language. I don't want to write nothing down sometimes. It just doesn't make sense. I'm just a person who works hard just like anybody else and spends his money at all these entities that have problems no matter what job you go through. We'll see what's going to happen. Will Starbucks still implode, even though it's doing good? We'll see. This is Robin Shop. I'll see you in my next video. I got to fade out here.